So, how many of you have started? Some of you are already sending me the vocabulary. How many have started maintaining a vocabulary diary? कितने लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया है? Arshdeep had started. But like बाकी लोगों का क्या है? बाकी लोग ऐसा like we know everything sir. अपने को जरूरत नहीं है. No, some of you have sent me the pictures of your vocabulary diary. I don't know किसने भेजा था? एक बार नाम बताओ. If you are in the class. हाँ हर्षदीप बताओ क्या पूछना है. देखो जब मेंटेन कर रहे हो डायरी अगर तो जस्ट डू नॉट राइट द वर्ड मीनिंग. लाइक ऐसा नहीं कि कैट कैट मीन्स बिल्ली. ट्राई टू make a sentence around that word, and if possible try to make your own sentence, your own original sentence. Think if now you know the word, so how can you use that word in your day to day life. कैसे उस शब्द को यूज इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो और एक वर्ड एक सेंटेंस बना के रख लो. तो जैसा ऊपर लिखा तुमने और उसके बाद उसका एक सेंटेंस बना लिया. ठीक है. शंकर कोई टिप्स नहीं है, बस डेली प्रैक्टिस करो कि कोशिश करो कि डेली 10 वर्ड याद करें, ज्यादा नहीं करना है, और उसको यूज करो. उससे सेंटेंस बनाते जाओ. जो भी वर्ड तुम नया सीख रहे हो उससे सेंटेंस बना के और साथ साथ लिखते जाओ. तो मेरी मेरी कॉपी देखोगे अगर तो उसमें सब में यही है कि एक वर्ड लिखा है, उसका मीनिंग लिखा है. मीनिंग प्रिफरेबली नॉट इन तमिल, तेलुगु, हिंदी, not in your regional language. Meaning preferably try English to English meaning, and then make a sentence around it. हाँ अर्शदीप बताओ. How strong should be about English? How strong is a very relative thing. कितना strong होना चाहिए? You should be able to read, write, and speak in English. If you are able to do this, you are good. Reading with understanding, writing so that others can understand you, and speaking in the same way. So read, write, and speak. If you're able to do that, you are okay. चलो ठीक है. So when we start geography now. Anything else? Anyone? So where we are. I've discussed about latitudes and longitudes. Now we have discussed about some of the important latitudes. एक बार ये heat zones on Earth देखते हैं. What are the heat zones on Earth? It's a very important point. See, the heat zone in on Earth is divided into three types: torrid zone, temperate zone, and frigid zone. अभी क्या है? We know this that Earth is tilted on its axis. अभी sorry, tilted on its axis. How much it's tilted? It's tilted 23.5 degrees. Now, many a times UPSC has asked questions around this, and even I had made mistake in prelims. I think they asked this in 2017 or 2018. Very simple question: the tilt of the Earth. Now, देखते हैं कि क्या है tilt of the Earth. First thing that we have understood in the previous discussion is the orbit of the Earth. About orbit, all of you are clear, right? In the center, there is Sun, and around that, there is a path in which any planet is revolving around it. So that's the orbit. Now, this orbit can be like anything. This orbit can be like this. This orbit can be like this. This orbit can be like this. है ना? Orbit तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. There is nothing binding Earth to rotate in a particular plane. The orbital, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Orbital plane. So orbital plane is not fixed. Earth का जो orbital plane है around sun, this is sun, and let's suppose this is the orbital plane of the Earth on which Earth is rotating. So we can draw a line from the center of the sun outward. Let's suppose an imaginary line. So and this is your Earth. तो जैसे एक लट्टू बांध के नचा रहे हो, उस तरीके से अर्थ जो है वो रोटेट हो रहा है सन के अराउंड. इट्स लाइक अ बॉल टाइड टू अ स्ट्रिंग रोटेटिंग अराउंड द अर्थ, एंड दिस स्ट्रिंग इज रोटेटिंग इन अ प्लेन, दैट इज ऑर्बिटल प्लेन. नाउ अर्थ, ये हो गया तुम्हारा ऑर्बिटल प्लेन. अब ये इमेज को शायद तुम्हारा समझ पा रहे हो, तो दिस इज वेयर यू कैन सपोज कि इमेजिनरी थ्रेड इज देयर, and Earth is not completely facing towards the sun. It's slightly tilted on this orbital plane, and it makes an angle of 20 it's make an angle of 23 degree here on its 23.5 on its from its axis. तो दो तरीके के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. एक मिनट. So Earth is tilted 23.5 degree. Because of this tilt of the Earth, the sunlight is not falling on the entire surface of the Earth. अगर ये सीधा होता, स्ट्रेट बल्ब की तरह अगर रोटेट कर रहा होता, तो क्या होता? हाफ पार्ट ऑफ Earth will be towards the sun and half part of the Earth would have been away from the sun. But now it is tilted. Try to imagine this. Now it is tilted. So what will happen?
Uncle.
A certain part of Earth.
Uncle.
Wait a minute. एक बच्चा रहता है बगल में, आया हुआ कह रहा है कि अंकल सब कोई चले गए हैं, मैं अकेला ही हूँ, आइए ना खेलेंगे। तो कम बैक टू दिस। देखो, अगर अर्थ सीधा होता तो ये जो सनलाइट आ रही होती ये, दिस वुड हैव एलिमिनेटेड द हाफ पार्ट ऑफ द अर्थ, बट नाउ अर्थ इज tilted. So what we can see that only this part of the earth will be lit, and this part will be in dark, and this part will be in dark. So complete, इसको क्या बोल सकते हैं, मान लो कि this is eastern hemisphere and this is western hemisphere, just we are considering anyway. So it's not that ki all of the eastern hemisphere is lit all the time or all of the western hemisphere is lit all the time. Because of the tilt of earth, some part, especially this part, is not lit. So this part of eastern hemisphere is not lit and this part of western hemisphere is lit. इधर लाइट, सूरज की रोशनी पड़ रही है। अभी इसको वी विल सी इन ग्रेट डिटेल इन द नेक्स्ट क्लासेस। पहले अभी हीट जोन समझते हैं, व्हाट इज हीट जोन एंड हाउ इट वर्क्स। बहुत अच्छा है, एक इमेज दिया है। midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all latitudes in between the tropic of cancer and tropic of capricorn. very very important line, इसको समझना बहुत क्रूशियल और बहुत क्रिटिकल है। किसी को समझ में आ रहा है व्हाट डज इट मीन? midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all the latitudes in between the tropic of cancer and tropic of capricorn. क्या है वृंदा, बताओ। You can unmute if you want. Anyone जिसको लग रहा है कि समझ में आ रहा है क्या कहना चाह रहा है? अल्ताफ बताओ।
सर यहाँ पे बोल रहा है, सर आई एम ऑडिबल? सर यहाँ पे बोल रहा है 20 जो टॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर एंड टॉपिक ऑफ कैप्रिकॉर्न, इसके मिडिल में 20.5 डिग्री नॉर्थ एंड 20.5 डिग्री साउथ, every horizontal line every year 23.5 start and 23rd point north, every latitude sun 1 year, one day light the middle of the year. सर जो सनलाइट है,
wait a second, just come. हाँ, अल्ताफ बताओ क्या बता रहे थे?
सर जो 20.5 डिग्री नॉर्थ एंड 20.5 डिग्री साउथ, इसके मिडिल में सन रोटेट करता है। इसी वजह से हर लॉन्गिट्यूड लैटिट्यूड में एक बार सन ओवरहेड होगा हर डिग्री पे। हर पॉइंट पे,
इसी के
हर
बीच में
लाइन।
सन क्यों रोटेट करता है?
सन टिल्टेड है, इसी वजह से सन टिल्टेड है। इसके एक कॉस है और एक वो इसके एक्सिस पे रोटेट करता है, इसी की वजह से सन के फेस आप अभी बताए टिल्टेड है 20.5 डिग्री, इसके वजह से।
सन टिल्टेड है, अर्थ टिल्टेड है?
अर्थ टिल्टेड है सर, सन के रिस्पेक्टिव।
Okay, let's try to understand this. There is a concept called apparent movement of sun. देखो इसको ध्यान से समझो, apparent movement of sun क्या हो रहा है? Because the earth is tilted, ऐसा अगर स्ट्रेट होता अर्थ अगर टिल्टेड नहीं होता, तो on any point of earth, या अर्थ अगर समझो कि अगर स्ट्रेट टिल्ट नहीं, यहाँ पे हम देखते हैं कि अर्थ अगर एक स्ट्रेट बॉडी होता, इसका कर्व नहीं होता, ठीक है, तो सनलाइट जो इस पे पड़ता, द सनलाइट विच वुड हैव बीन फॉलिंग ऑन दिस, द टॉर्च फॉलिंग अ स्ट्रेट लाइट सरफेस इज ब्राइट एंड कवर्स अ स्मॉलर एरिया। तो क्या होता, ये स्मॉलर एरिया में कवर करेगा और काफी ब्राइट होगा। बट इफ यू tilt the surface, the same light, एनर्जी उतनी ही आ रही है टॉर्च से, the same light is now spread across a wider area, and because of which this surface will be less bright. Now on these two surfaces, which surface will be more hot? कहां पे ज्यादा हीट होगी, सरफेस 1 और सरफेस 2? शरत कहां दिमाग है आज? Surface 1 will be more heated because intense light is falling on this. So whatever energy, this light has energy. Now this energy is concentrated into a very small region. The same energy here is distributed across a large area. So it will be less hot. Similarly, think about now the surface of the earth. Between 23 degree north and 23 degree south, the sun rays are falling at a relatively steeper or parallel. सनरेज क्या हो रही है यहाँ पे, पैरेलल आके पड़ेंगे, सूरज से रोशनी निकलती है और सीधा यहाँ पैरेलल आते हैं। इस लाइन पे हम आएंगे, इसको हम लोग डिटेल से डिस्कस करेंगे इन द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक। पहले इतना टॉरिड टॉपिक समझ लेते हैं। So in 23 degree north to 23 degree south, these sun rays are falling straight. So in this region, you will find more heat. This region of maximum heat is called as torrid zone. ठीक है? Now, the second region where there is slightly more curve in this region up to 66 degree north and 66 degree south, the tilt is now more. Because of this tilt, the heat will be less. So this region is known as temperate zone. And now when you move above 66 degree to the pole, to the 90 degrees, now these regions are extremely slopy. So बहुत कम लाइट जो है वो बहुत ज्यादा एरिया पे फॉल करेगी यहाँ पे। So these regions will be even less hot or very cold. Sun do not rise much above the horizon. इसका मतलब क्या है? If you are living in a polar regions, the sun will raise up, but it will never come directly above your head. Sun will always be very close to horizon. तो जैसे कि तुम ऐसे खड़े होकर देखोगे तो सूरज ऐसे तुम्हारे ऊपर, सिर के ऊपर से जाकर नहीं नीचे आएगा. Sun will come in front of you like this in the sky, so you can see the sun rising from your one hand side and going to the other side. So it will come to east, go to west, but it will not come overhead. Any time in the day, it will not come directly above your head. Why this will happen, इसको थोड़ा सा हम डिटेल में समझेंगे in the next class. But अभी बस ये 3 टॉपिक समझ लो: टॉरिड जोन, टेम्परेट जोन and frigid zone. This is not as simple as it is. लेकिन थोड़ा आगे चल के देखते हैं इसको. आज इसको देखते हैं. Degrees of this we have seen. Now longitude and time. The best means of measuring time is the movement of the earth, the moon and the planets. The sun regularly rise and set every day, and naturally it's the best timekeeper. Sun क्या है वो? Sun has a fixed routine, fixed schedule, and because of this we can fix or we can match our watches with the sun. Sun जैसे मूव कर रहा है हम उसके हिसाब से अपना डेट सेट कर सकते हैं. And that's why we follow sun to set our clock. प्राइम मेरिडियन के बारे में हमने डिस्कस कर लिया था कि प्राइम मेरिडियन ऑफ द ग्रीनविच हैज द सन एट द हाईएस्ट पॉइंट इन द डे, और उसको वो लोग मिड डे या मिड नून कहते हैं. ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है. इसको समझते हैं स्लाइटली मैथमेटिकल. अब those places east of the Greenwich will be ahead of Greenwich time, and those to the west will be behind it. इसको ऐसे समझते हैं. Let's suppose this is our Earth. This is our Earth means from here we start with let's suppose Australia, Japan, China, India, and in this way we move forward. This is Europe. Here we have Britain, and then we have USA. And then again from this side, if you go back, you will again come back to Japan. So this is a map of the Earth, which we have flattened it out. अब try to imagine sun is rising from the east because Earth is rotating in that way. So sun rays will first come where? In the eastern countries. So sun ray, let's suppose Japan is called as the land of the rising sun. So sun rays यहाँ आती हैं. यहाँ पे पहले सुबह होता है. Let's suppose in the morning at 6 a.m. sun is rising in Japan. At this time in China there is no sun, so they're still waiting for the sun. If you come to India, no sun. If you come to there, all these regions still do not have the sun. Sun will slowly start rotating, and in the 24 hours or sun or the earth will start rotating, and in the 24 hours sun will cover this whole distance of 360 degrees, right? पूरा वो एक बार earth rotate करेगा, and again this sun will come back from here to here. So in 24 hours sun is rotating 360 degrees. अगर इसको डिवाइड करते हैं by 24, so we can see that in 1 hour the earth is rotating 15 degree. In 1 hour earth is rotating 15 degree. Further, if we divide, we can get that in 4 minutes earth is rotating 1 degree. Is this clear? एक आवर में 15 डिग्री. Try to divide it. In 1 hour it will travel 15 degrees, and in 4 minutes it will travel 1 degree. ये लिख लिया सबने? Akshita is saying कि why longitude passes through Greenwich region as the prime meridian. I think we discussed this in the last class, Akshita, right? Britishers were at the helm of the affairs. Britishers were ruling the world. In history, we have discussed there was this quote. People used to say that sun never used to set in the British Empire. So they have colonies all across the globe. And the British Royal Society, which decided which was the scientific community who was supposed to follow this, they just decided कि हमारे पास से जो लाइन जा रही है वो 0 है और उसके बाद हम इसके आगे और पीछे का देख लेंगे. उसमें कोई scientific reason नहीं है. They just choose one random place. They have to start somewhere. If India would have been the country at that time, so India start कर सकता था. Anyway, so this is clear to all कि in 4 minutes Earth will move 1 degree. So in 4 minutes, if sun is here, let's suppose this is 0 degree. So in 4 minutes, sun will travel from 0 degree to 4 degree. ऐसे हम Greenwich mean time के बारे में देखते हैं. Let's suppose this is our Earth, and in the center we have 0 degree. This side we have 180 degrees, and this side also we have 180 degrees. This is Greenwich mean time. Now, if we will move 1 minute ahead, Earth will move 4 degree. Or if we will move 1 hour ahead, it will move by 15 degree. इसका मतलब क्या है कि let's suppose at Greenwich mean time the time is 12 noon. Okay, 12 बजे दोपहर है अभी. After 1 year, sorry, after 1 hour, the sun will come directly overhead at this point, right? 15 डिग्री का एक लाइन यहाँ खींचते हैं, तो यहाँ पे सूरज कितने देर के बाद डायरेक्टली ओवरहेड आएगा? आफ्टर 1 hour. दिस इज क्लियर? 1 घंटे के बाद सूरज यहाँ डायरेक्टली ओवरहेड आ जाएगा. Now, if we move, let's suppose we want to know the status of 15 degree east. 15 degree east. 15 degree east में क्या हुआ होगा? Sun would have been here at the 15 degree east directly overhead 1 hour before. जब वो यहां आया है ग्रीनविच मीन टाइम पे, उससे 1 घंटे पहले सूरज 15 डिग्री ईस्ट पे डायरेक्टली ओवरहेड होगा. ये समझ में आ रहा है? Aryan is saying कि sir please once more when suns come overhead. Sun will come overhead when it will come overhead. So whenever sun will come overhead, you will call it 12th noon. जब सूरज एकदम बीच बीच में आ जाए आकाश में, उसको हम बोलेंगे 12th नून हो गया। तो इससे हमको क्या पता चल रहा है, देखो कि जब when there will be 12th noon in Britain, in UK, there will be at 15 degree, there would have been 1 PM, 1 PM होना चाहिए, क्योंकि यहाँ 1 घंटे पहले 12 बज चुके थे। ये बात समझ में आ रही है कि यहाँ पे 1 घंटे पहले 12 बज चुके थे, तो 1 घंटे बाद यहाँ क्या बज रहा होगा? 1 बज रहा होगा। और वेस्ट में 1 घंटे के बाद 12 बजेगा, बिकॉज सन विल गो overhead here after 1 hour. So here you have the time as 11 AM, क्योंकि 1 घंटे के बाद 12 बजने वाला है। Let's read it here and try to understand if you have not followed it yet. क्या बोल रहा है? The rate of difference can be calculated as follows. The earth rotates 360 degree in 24 hours. That means 15 degree in 1 hour and 1 degree in 4 minutes. Thus, when it is 12 noon at Greenwich, at 15 degree east, Greenwich will be 15 into 4, that is 16 minutes or 1 hour ahead of Greenwich time. ये क्या होगा? ये जो टाइम होगा 1 घंटे आगे चल रहा होगा ग्रीनविच, सॉरी ये वाला टाइम, दिस विल बी 1 hour ahead of Greenwich time, that means 1 PM. But at 15 degree west Greenwich time, it's running 1 hour behind the Greenwich time, and here you have 11 AM. और देखते हैं, we will take more examples and now you have to solve this. Let's suppose all of you have pen and paper, I hope, so try to do it quickly. In Britain, we have 12 noon. What will be the time at 30 degree east? 30 degree east में क्या टाइम हो रहा होगा? Try to calculate quickly. Those who are not able to do it, you also ask me again. कि नहीं हो पा रहा है तो we will do it again. Two PM, right? How do you got it? At 15 degree, you will get 1 hour back or 1 hour ahead. And at 30 degree, you will get 2 hour ahead. 1 plus 2 hours. So it will be 2 PM. Very good. Now tell me what will be the time at 30 degree west. What will be the time at 30 degree west? 10 AM. Good. Now let's make it a little bit more difficult. At Greenwich Mean Time, if anybody is not able to follow, किसी को भी प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है ना, कि अगर नहीं हो रहा है तुमसे, तो don't feel bad or try to hide. Like ask in the class and we will go through it once again. किसी को भी प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है तो you ask me again. Okay? मतलब मुझे खुद वो संतुष्टि वाली फीलिंग नहीं आ रही कि whether I am able to give my best explanation or not. So If any of you is feeling any problem, you just ask me again, and I will be glad to explain again. Now, let's suppose at Greenwich Mean Time, the timing is 2 p.m. The timing is 2 p.m. What will be the time at 60 degree east? 60 degree east में क्या टाइम होगा? $60 degree east. So 60 degree is equal to how many hours? First convert it into hours. So this will be converted into 4 hours, right? 15 into 15, 15 into 4, 15 चौके 60, 4 घंटे हो गए. So 4 hours. Now we have 2 p.m. here. That means that 2 p.m. has already happened at 60 degree 4 hours early. So 2 p.m. plus 4 gives you 6 p.m. ठीक है? 4 hours ahead, that is 6 p.m. Good. All of you are getting it. I am glad. Now do the same with 60 degree west. What will the time at 60 degree west? Nine a.m. किसका आ रहा है? Here we have time as 12 p.m. Sorry, here we have time as 2 p.m. On Greenwich, we have time as 2 p.m. and we have to find the time at 60 degree west. It's 4 hour ahead. 4 hour ahead. Sorry, 4 hour behind. So 4 hour behind is 10 a.m. Right? After 4 hours, here you will see 2 p.m. It's 10 a.m. ठीक है, 9 वाले कैसे 9 कैसे ला रहे हो? Those who are getting 9, check your answers. Uma Maheshwari. 10 it should be, right?
Sir, from 12 we will count now. 12.
I'm giving you a condition कि it's already 2 p.m. Then what will be the time? 12 से ही क्यों count करेंगे?
Oh, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Question is कि if it is 2 p.m. here, then what will be the time here? Next, let's make it a little bit more tricky. We have 12, or let's suppose, yeah, let's suppose we have 6 p.m. here. 6 p.m. here. Now, what will be the time at 180 degree west? बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल हो गया, थोड़ा और आसान पहले देना चाहिए था. सर प्लीज आस्क जी क्वेश्चन. जी क्वेश्चन मतलब इजी क्वेश्चन. What will be the time at 180 degree west if it is 12 p.m. at this place? So 180 degree translates into कितने घंटे? 15 degree is equal to 1 hour. So 150 is equal to 10 hours. 30 is equal to 2 hours. So it translates into 12 hours. So this place should be 12 hours behind this time. Now 12 hour behind this time is 6 a.m. अच्छा ये तो आसान हो गया चलो. So most of you have answered it at 6 a.m. So okay, good. अरे 7 p.m. नहीं, 6 a.m. This will be 6 a.m. ठीक है? Now, what will be the time at 180 degree east? Six a.m. Sure. अच्छा ठीक है, मैं मान लेता हूँ तुम्हारा आंसर. I will not oppose your answer at 6 a.m. चलो. Tell me what will be the time at 150 degree. 150 degree east. Yeah, Sarath has got it right. This is 4 a.m. but 4 a.m. of next day. The date has changed now. Here the date has changed. कैसे? देखो, this is 4 p.m. So if you will go 6 hours back, 6 p.m. अगर तुम 6 घंटे पहले जाते हो तो what you will get? If you go 6 hours back, so you will find 12 am हो रहा होगा अभी यहाँ पे, राइट? ये 6 घंटा आगे है, यहाँ पे 12 am रात हो चुकी है. ये यहाँ पे अभी शाम है, यहाँ पे क्या है? It's evening. If it's evening in London, it is already night, 12 a.m. night here. So if it is 12 a.m. night here, so what will be the time in these places? They have entered into a new day. So if suppose this is today it's 13th. So if it is 13th March here, 13th March शाम हो रही है लंदन में. आज जब लंदन में 6 बजे का शाम होगा तो at 6 hours 15 छक्का 90 at 90 degree east, it will become night, 12 a.m. and anytime in this direction. Now if we'll move 1 hour in this direction, it will be 1 a.m. here, but this 1 a.m. will be the a.m. of 14th March. As you move forward up till 6 a.m. here, this 6 a.m. is of 14th March. So this 6 a.m. and this 6 a.m. are different. Have you got the difference? This 6 a.m. is of 24th March. This 6 a.m. is of 13th March. यहाँ पे अभी सुबह हुई है, यहाँ पे दूसरा दिन आ गया. Bhavya saying voice not audible. I think it's problem from your side. Is this clear? Now UPSC has asked many questions. Nowadays, they have stopped asking such questions. But let us do some more tricky ones. If the time at, हाँ अक्षिता बताओ, पायल करे क्रिस्टल क्लियर, हाँ अक्षिता बताओ.
Good afternoon, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, in NCERT, there is mentioned that 180-degree east and 180-degree west meridian are on the same line. So how is it possible that 180-degree western is 13th March?
We'll come to that. Wait. We'll come to that. This is the most funniest thing that we are going to. This is like a soccer. Come, we will come to that. Wait for a minute.
Okay.
Wait for a minute. So let's do one more question. It's 5 p.m. और थोड़ा आसान करते हैं फिर मुश्किल जाएंगे. It's 12 p.m. means 12 noon on 90-degree east. What will be the time at 12? Sorry, what will be the time at 90-degree west? समझ में आया? 90-degree east पे time है 12 p.m. So what will be the time at 90-degree west? Just do it quickly. Where we were? 12 a.m. most of you are saying good. So it will be simply how many hours? 12 hours behind from this time. So if it says 12 p.m. here, it will be 12 a.m. here. So if we are facing a midday sun, they are waiting for a new day to start. So anytime now 90-degree तो तुमने कर लिया आसानी से. Now tell me what will be the time at 120-degree west. What will be the time at 120-degree west? Someone is saying 4 a.m. Someone is saying 10 a.m. अब शुरू हुआ confusion. 10 p.m. Four a.m. 10 p.m. Yes. So this time will be how many hours behind? 12 plus 120 is again add 2 hours more. So 14 hours behind. 14 hour behind means there is here you have 10 p.m. Now this 10 p.m. is of a different date. अभी यहाँ पे मतलब जैसे कि इस एग्जांपल को क्लियरली देखते हैं, थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो गया है. What we did, we had at 90 degree east, we had 12 noon. ठीक है, दिन का 12 बज रहा है. We start moving towards this, and we have established that as we are going forward in this direction, here in London we have how much? 6 a.m. right? They are waiting for the morning to start. we move more 6 hours in this direction, and these people are still sleeping. This is 12 a.m. Now all the people in this region beyond this, for them date has not changed yet. So if this is a 12 p.m. of 13th March, अभी का जो टाइम हो रहा है 12 p.m. of 13th March, at 12 p.m. of 13th March, as per the 90 degree line, people in this region are still in 12th March. इनके लिए अभी नया दिन स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है. ठीक है. Some of them are at 11 p.m. Some of them are at 10 p.m. Some of them are yet at 6 p.m. Some of them are yet at 4 p.m. Similarly, ये टाइम चल रहा है. Is it clear? Priya, the problem is from your side. My network is okay. ये समझ में आया सबको? Previous day वाला concept. अभी इनके पास दिन नहीं हुआ है. Hasriya, tell me. Have any doubt? Akshita.
Sir, there should be 6 p.m. I think on the prime meridian line. You have written 6 a.m.
No, why it should be 6 p.m.? This time is behind this. So if we have seen the sun, they are yet to see the sun, right? हमारे पास तो सूरज आ चुका है. जैसे मान लो ये 90 डिग्री, we India is at about 82 degree or 90 degree somewhere. So this is our time. तो हमारे यहाँ तो सूरज आ चुका है, वहां तो अभी आना बाकी है ना. यहाँ तो सुबह के 6 बज रहे होंगे ना अभी. What's happening now in London? Let's try to find what's happening in London. London is 7 a.m. Morning का 7 हो रहा है अभी लंदन में, because we are now about 1. It's 90. It's 10 p.m. It's 12 p.m. AM नहीं है हमारे पास अभी. दोपहर दिन का बजा है, दोपहर का. 12 p.m. बोलते तो क्या बोलते हैं? कुछ लोगों को ये भी कंफ्यूजन है. देखो, रात का जो 12 होता है, रात वाला 12 उसको AM बोलते हैं, ठीक है. और दिन वाला जो 12 होता है उसको PM बोलते हैं. तो कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है. दिस इज क्लियर टू ऑल? 12 p.m. In the text that I send you about the link, we mentioned the time as 12 p.m. not at 12 a.m. Okay, now Akshita got it. Good. So 12 p.m. 12 a.m. अब तो बहुत मजेदार बात बताता हूँ. Can we celebrate New Year's Day twice? Is it possible to celebrate New Year's Day twice? Let's see. In Japan, here, let's suppose that in Japan, let's suppose sun is rising or anywhere close to this 1 degree, 2 degree east. We have 1st January. मान लो 0 डिग्री ईस्ट पे या 180 डिग्री ईस्ट पे 180 डिग्री ईस्ट पे we have 1st January and the time is just 12 AM or 0000 as we call it in 24 hours time clock. So in 24-hour time clock, it is 0000 on 180 degree east. So what will be the time in London at that point of time? London में क्या हो रहा होगा? अगर यहाँ 180 डिग्री पे 00 हो रहा है तो दामनी को गुस्सा आ गया कैसे इस टाइम से? What will the time in London? Quickly. If the day is just starting here, we can see that 1st January has not arrived in these regions yet, as of yet. यहाँ सबसे पहले they will start bursting the crackers and they have got their new year. But let's suppose at 90 degree east, the new year will come after how many hours? After 6 hours, right? 6 घंटे के बाद यहाँ new hours आएगा. तो ये अभी these people are still in 6 PM of 31st, है ना? ये लोग अभी इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि 9-12 बजे आज तो पटाखा फोड़ेंगे. ना भी कुछ कर नहीं रहे because they are not in New Year. These people have entered into New Year. ये वाले तो अभी बहुत पीछे हैं. There is 12 noon of 31st. So they are like 12 hours behind the clock. यहाँ जब आओगे तो they are just at this point, these people are just starting their 31st. And 31st का भी morning हो रहा है ना, because they are 24 hours back than this time. This is clear? यहाँ पे 31st चल रहा है. अभी इनको 24 घंटे के बाद नया ईयर सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए मिलेगा. So let's suppose you are here. Now let's go back to this map and this will make much more sense to you now. We are here. Let's suppose on a particular day, you are in Alaska. This is the line from where day is starting, right? 0 degree line. Here you have celebrated the new year. For a complete 24 hours, you celebrated the new year. तुमने 1 जनवरी को यहाँ दारू पीना शुरू किया और 24 घंटे पीते रहे. और now after 24 hours, the people on the other side of the line will start celebrating their new year. So you just cross this line from here to here and you will get, sorry, ये वाला region Alaska का है, ये वाला Russia का region है. So here you will get in Alaska, the new year will be celebrated after complete 24 hours. So if you will cross this line, you will still be in 21st January, which is still starting. तो क्या कहते हैं कि if you cross this line, that's why this is known as international date line. अभी तो ये जिगजैग के चक्कर में मत समझो, ऐसा बस सिंपल समझो कि देयर इज दिस 0 डिग्री लाइन और देयर इज दिस 180 डिग्री लाइन. On this day the date starts, so 1st January is starting in this direction, and in this direction this is 24 hours behind. So here there is still 31st December. So we can क्या बोलते हैं कि अगर तुम if you are crossing the international date line from east to west, you will gain 1 day in your life. तुम चाहते हो कि तुम्हारी जिंदगी में एक दिन खत्म हो जाए, तुम एक दिन कोई अगर भुलाना चाहते हो अपनी जिंदगी से, you just cross one line this day and you can start afresh. If here the date is 1st, here date will be 31st December. Here people are rising to celebrate 31st January. Here people are rising to celebrate 31st December. समझ में आई बात? Is it too complicated? अक्षिता त्यागी बताइए. प्रिया को तो समझ में आया. So by crossing this line we can gain or we can lose 1 day. So if there is 31st here, तो जो कि सुबह 31st के 10 बजे on 10 AM on 31st, some person decides to go to his office, but instead of going to his office he walks across this line and went to an office in this region. And if you will ask someone what is the time, they will tell him 10 AM, but that will be the 10 AM of 1st January. So this person has lost 1 day. इसको पता नहीं चलेगा अरे मेरे कैलेंडर से एक दिन कहाँ गया. 1 day is lost. And this person, if he will cross from here to here, he will gain 1 day. He can live the day again. उसको पूरा 1st जनवरी फिर से सेलिब्रेट करने का मौका मिल रहा है. So on this single day, now this line you see is not a simple 180 degree line as it should be. This line is a zigzag line. This international date line, as in theory, it should have been the 180 degree line. 180 degree के इधर 1st January, 180 के इधर 31st December. But this is a zigzag line. Zigzag line because different countries decide कि which time they want to follow. जैसे कि अभी ये मान लो रशिया है. Now, if we pass this line directly through here, 180 degree, in half part of Russia, they will have 31st and the other part will have 30. एक दिन पीछे चल रहा होगा. Or if they will celebrate one, they will have 31. This will create a lot of confusion for the people of this country. This will also create the problem for इंटरनेशनल प्लेयर्स कि पेमेंट किस दिन आएगा मेरा, 30 को या 31st को. सो कंट्रीज डिसाइड देयर टाइम कि हम क्या फॉलो करेंगे. सो द रशिया सेज कि मोस्ट ऑफ आवर कंट्री इज इन द फर्स्ट. सो इवन द रीजन्स विच आर इन दिस रीजन दे विल सेलिब्रेट 1st January. Similarly, there are some small countries in this region which wants to follow the time of USA. So even if they are in this region, they यहाँ पे specifically देखो यहाँ पे क्या है, थोड़ा सा इधर की तरफ bent है. At this point, this region, this is bent in this direction. So here we have some islands like Hawaii, So Hawaii has a lot of trade and business with USA. So they want to keep their time as USA, or they want to keep their date in line with USA का date. So they follow this. इसलिए थोड़ा सा हमको zigzag दिखता है. ठीक है? Srishti Singh, fascinating, sir. Yes, it is fascinating. Geography is fascinating. इसलिए मैं इसको कल नहीं पढ़ा रहा था. कल पढ़ाता तो फिर कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आता और तुम लोग मुझे गाली देते कि क्या ही बता रहे हैं. हाँ वृंदा बताओ.
सर नॉर्मली जो कि सर हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, सूरज जो कि ईस्ट से वेस्ट तक जाता है, लेकिन अगर देखेंगे तो वो उत्तरायण दक्षिणायन भी तो बोलते हैं सर. नॉर्थ ईस्ट में उगता है और कभी साउथ ईस्ट में उगता है. तो
come to that in the next chapter. Don't worry. यही करना है अभी नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में. ठीक है? This is it.
वो अर्थ का एलिप्टिकल ऑर्बिट की वजह से तो
नहीं. It has nothing to do with that. We will come to that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Now, one thing we have understood that the local time at every place is different. So we have been seeing this in respect to world. अभी इंडिया के रिस्पेक्ट में देखते हैं. So if you will see the map of India, northeast is at 97 degree east and Gujarat is at 68 degree east. Now, what's the distance between the two? How many degrees? कितने डिग्री का अंतर है दोनों में? Let's suppose for the sake of our calculation 30 degree, right? So because of this 30 degree, what will be the time difference between the northeast and Gujarat? कितना difference होगा? Of 2 hours. So if the sun is rising in the northeast, the sun will come to the Gujarat after 2 hours. अगर सुबह के 4 बजे नॉर्थ ईस्ट वालों को सूरज दिख रहा है तो गुजरात वालों को 6 बजे सूरज दिखेगा. अब ये बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग हो गया ना for anybody in India. If somebody from Gujarat will tell you it's 12 noon, मान लो सब कोई अपना अपना टाइम देखता है, and an office in Gujarat, or if I shift to northeast and from there I announce that I will start my class on Sunday at 12 p.m. and I fix my time as per the sun. Whenever sun will come over my head, I will take that time as 12 and everybody has to join. Now, a person sitting in Gujarat, the sun will come overhead for him at after 2 hours. तो जब मैं क्लास खत्म करूंगा तब उसके यहाँ 12 बजेगा, तब तक तो क्लास मिस कर देगा. समझ में आ रहा है? The student sitting in Gujarat will miss the class because when the sun will come overhead at this point, I would have ended my class. Because for me, 2 hours has passed, my class is over. This creates confusion. So what countries do, all the countries do this, that they find a standard meridian. They find a common time. तो हमारे यहाँ ना, we have find a middle latitude between the two. and the mid latitude is mid longitude between the two is 82 and half degree east. अब इंडिया में कोई भी कहीं भी हो, he has to follow the time of this point. So when I say कि we will meet at 12 p.m, I mean कि when the sun will be completely overhead on 82 degree east, all of us will meet. Now this guy also know कि हमको कब मिलना है, and I also know कि when we have to meet. So anybody in India will come to the same class at the same time. इसको बोलते हैं Indian Standard Time. The local time at this meridian is taken as the standard time for the whole country. Indian Standard Time is the local time at the standard meridian. You should write this definition. The local time at the standard meridian is known as Indian Standard Time. यहाँ का जो भी local time होगा, when this will be 6 p.m. at 82 degree, all of us will call it 6 p.m. at it in the India. तो जैसे अब देखते हैं which match is going on. अभी तो इंडिया में मैच चल रहा है. Let's suppose there is a match in London and this is a test match, so it's starting in London at 10 a.m. So at what time in India we can watch this match? For Indians, at what time this match will start? क्वेश्चन समझ में आया? लंदन में कोई टेस्ट मैच स्टार्ट हो रहा है 10 बजे, तो इंडिया में ये मैच कितने बजे स्टार्ट होगा? Mahesh is saying 3:30 and Arshdeep is saying 2 p.m. Mangesh is saying 10. Akshay is saying 3:30. 4:30 a.m. भी आंसर्स आ रहे हैं. See, it's 10 a.m. in London, and in India we are at 82 and half degree east. So 82 and half is how many hours ahead of this? If you will do the calculation, for 5 hours we have 75 and plus 7.5, which gives you half an hour more. So it becomes 5.5 hours. So India is 5.5 hours ahead of London. तो हमारे यहाँ 5 घंटे पहले 10 बज चुका है. अगर हमारे 5 घंटे 5.5 घंटे पहले अगर 10 बज चुका है, तो हमारे पास कितना बज रहा है? 2 घंटे उधर और 3 घंटे इधर, तो 3:30 PM हो रहा है. देखोगे इंडिया में जब भी टेस्ट मैच स्टार्ट होगा जो लंदन में चल रहा है, that will start at 3:30 PM. I don't know how many of you are cricket aficionado, but I have been a huge fan. Now I am not, but because I realized it's a wastage of a lot of time. तो हम मैच होता था वेस्ट इंडीज में. नाउ वेस्ट इंडीज का टाइम मेरिडियन देखते हैं क्या है. वेस्ट इंडीज का टाइम मेरिडियन, अच्छा यहां दिख जाएगा अपने को. So this is West Indies, right? This region. यहाँ नहीं दिख रहा है, मैप में देखते हैं. If it is visible to all of you, you can see that this is 60 degree west, and this 60 degree west line is approx coming to this region in West Indies. So let us solve this. Give me the time. If a cricket match is starting in West Indies, test match will start in the morning at 10. So if there is a test match scheduled in West Indies and West Indies is at 60° west, at what time the match will start in India? If the match is starting at 10 a.m. in West Indies, इंडिया में ये कब स्टार्ट होगा? degrees 4 hours and this is 5.5 hours, so it converts into 9 hours. So यहाँ पे अगर 10 बज रहे हैं तो लंदन में कितना बज रहा होगा? 6 बजे का सुबह, 6 AM morning time. Sorry, 6 AM morning कह रहा हूँ. This will, if it's 10 here, so they will have 2 PM, right? They will have in London you have 2 PM. And India is 5 hours again further ahead. So 2 plus 5 is 7:30 PM. Now in India, match the day test is day match, right? It happens in the daytime. So match which is happening in the day in West Indies will become a night match in India. It will start at 7:30 and go on for whole night. और मैं इतना बड़ा पागल था कि कान में रेडियो लगा के और मैच सुनता था रात भर. वसीम जाफर का शतक, क्या दिन था. और साउंड इतना कम रखता था, घर पे किसी को पता नहीं चलना चाहिए मैच सुन रहा हूँ, तो साउंड इतना कम रखता था कि बस वो रेडियो पे कान रख के सोता था कि मुझे ही बस सुनाई दे और किसी को नहीं सुनाई दे. तो this is how it is. अक्षिता is saying explain it again. समझ में नहीं आया? देखो एक बार फ्रेश देख लेते हैं. At 60° west, it is 10 AM. We have to find the time in India, which is at 82.5° east. The distance between the two is 9.5 hours. That is 10 AM here. It will be 4 hours in London because 60 घंटे है तो 12 चौके 15/60 is 4 hours. It's 2 PM in London and it's 7:30 PM in India. So match will start at 7:30 PM. It's clear to all? अच्छा, समझ में आई बात? Now you can calculate the time anywhere in the world. तुमको अभी इंडिया का टाइम पता है, you can calculate the time of any place, anywhere, anytime. कैसा लगा? Feeling empowered? Oh, there are more surprises. मजा आया. आगे देखते हैं मोशन ऑफ द अर्थ. So Earth has two motions. The rotation is the movement of the Earth on its axis. We have talked about this. So Earth is rotating on its axis. We have talked about the axis. It's an imaginary line, and Earth is rotating around that imaginary line. And then it's also revolving around the sun in a fixed path, which is revolution. Now Earth makes a 60 and half angle of 66 degree and half with its orbital plane. Now the orbital plane is clear to all of you. यही मैं पीछे समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा था, but I hope the orbital plane is clear to you. This is the orbital plane, right? So the Earth is making a 66 degree angle with the orbital plane and 23 degree angle with the vertical on the orbital plane. तो यूपीएससी कभी कभी चेंज कर देगा कि अर्थ मेक्स अ 23.5 डिग्री एंगल विथ द ऑर्बिटल प्लेन. नहीं, ऑर्बिटल प्लेन के साथ 66 डिग्री और वर्टिकल टू द ऑर्बिटल प्लेन के साथ 23 डिग्री. बिकॉज वी ऑफन जस्ट रीड दिस मच. तुम लोगों ने बचपन में भी सुना होगा मोस्ट ऑफ यू कि अर्थ इज टिल्टेड 23 डिग्री. So if the question will come कि Earth makes an angle of 66 degree, you will mark it wrong. कि नहीं ये तो 23 degree. Or if they will ask you 23 degree from the orbital of plane, you will mark it right. So difference समझ में आ रहा है? From this orbital plane, the plane in which Earth is revolving, with that plane, it will make the axis of the Earth will make a 60 degree angle, 66 degree angle. And इसको क्यों बोलते हैं कि it is tilted 23 degree? Because if it would have been straight, तो ये जो north, ये जो line देख रहे हो, ये कहाँ होता? यहाँ पे होता है ना? ये इस तरीके से सीधा होता, and it would have made a 90 degree angle with the orbital plane. But instead of making a 90 degree angle, it is tilted 23 degree this side. So it's making an angle of 23.5 degree. This is clear to all? इतना समझ में आया? Now you will not make this mistake that I at some point of time made in the exam. A 23 degree angle and 66 degree angle. The vertical and the plane. आगे देखते हैं. As I told you in the previous discussion, कि if it would have been a simple straight line, if it would not have been tilted, तो ये पूरा एरिया illuminated होता. Again, because of the tilt, what we saw, that some of this region will also be lit and some of this region will be dark. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? The region, the circle that divides the day from the night on the globe is called the circle of illumination. जो डे और नाइट को डिवाइड करता है जो लाइन, उसको हम सर्कल ऑफ इल्यूमिनेशन कहते हैं. लेट मी ट्राई टू शो यू वन थिंग इफ आई कैन. इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टू फाइंड बट I was watching at Ukraine. On Google Earth, you can watch all their military build-ups and the attacks and all. वो सब दिखता है इधर. But that's not the point of discussion today. I want to show you something else. See, this is Earth. This is our Earth in the universe. The present time. अब भी जैसा है ना, एकदम exactly वैसा दिख रहा है. So where we are? We are here, right? India. And it's day for us. This is the circle of illumination. ये हर टाइम पे मतलब एक पार्ट लिट होगा और एक पार्ट डार्क होगा, ऐसा है ना. तो when Earth will rotate, कहाँ गए हम? इंडिया से अगर ऐसा रोटेट करना शुरू करते हैं, so some part of Earth will always be lit and some part of Earth will always be dark. The part which is facing the Earth will be lit. The part which is away from the sun will be dark. Now this light and dark path, बहुत मजा आता है मुझे इसके साथ खेलने में. तुम लोग पता नहीं, आई डोंट नो द नॉर्मल ऐसा एक्सेस करने देता है या नहीं करने देता, बट विजन वाले ईमेल आईडी से गूगल अर्थ खुलता है, नॉर्मल से तो शायद नहीं खुलता है. एनीवे, तो देखते हैं हम कि एट एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम half of the earth will be illuminated, and this illuminated path is known as circle of illumination. But what we have to understand here is that circle of illumination do not coincide with the axis. ऐसा नहीं है कि एक्सिस के इधर वाला सारा पार्ट लिट होगा और एक्सिस के इधर वाला सारा पार्ट डार्क होगा. It do not coincide with that. And the earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation around its axis, and that is known as a Earth day. Now, what would happen if Earth do not rotate? क्या होगा अगर Earth rotate करना बंद कर दे? So such kind of questions are asked in UPSC. What will happen? That one part of Earth will be always towards sunlight, and the other part will always be in dark. The part which is towards Earth, towards sun, will get too much hot, and part which is away from the sun will become too much cold. So the remaining darkness of part क्या होगा? It will be cold at time, and life would not have been possible in such extreme conditions. Life ही नहीं exist करेगा, ठीक है? And day and nights will not happen. Change of कोई कह रहा है कि हाँ, ये देखो यूपीएससी ने ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछे, तुम प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन देखोगे तो Mohit saying कि day and night not happen. Mohit, day and night will happen because day will be there and night will be there. Change in day and night will not happen. UPSC will give you both options. यही तो खासियत है UPSC की. It will give you both options. Change in day and night will not happen, and the second option will be that day and night will not happen. Which is the correct option? If Earth will stop rotating, what will not happen? Day and night will not happen, or change in day and night will not happen? Change will not happen. Kapil, day and night तो होगा ही. जो पार्ट लिट है वहां डे होगा, जो पार्ट डार्क है वहां नाइट होगा. Now, the second motion is revolution, and it takes about 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution. We generally take 365 days only and ignore the 6 hours. So probably you know about the concept of leap year. After every 4 years, we take this 6 hours, 6 hours and 6 hours, and we add that into 1 day. So in the leap year, we get 366 days. Otherwise, we normally get 365 days in a year. So this is it. अब क्या कहते हैं कि it is clear that Earth is going around the sun in an elliptical orbit. If you see that, it's not a complete circle. The distance between this and this point is more than the distance between this and this. So on a particular date, that is on 21st June and 22nd December, the Earth is very far from the Sun. Then it is on 21st March and 23rd September. ठीक है? We will come and discuss this map. ये मैप तुमको समझ में आ गया, तुम्हारा क्लाइमेटोलॉजी खत्म. नहीं समझ में आया तो तुम खत्म. तो इसलिए we will discuss that map in detail. Notice that throughout its orbit, Earth is inclined in the same direction. ये line, मतलब this is the crux. I have seen people जिनको ये line कभी समझ में नहीं आया. We will come to that. Season changes due to the change in the position of the Earth around the Sun. Now, season changes because Earth is changing the position around the Earth. Sorry, around the Sun. Now, by common logic, we can tell that when the Sun is away from the Earth or Earth is away from the Sun, it should be summer, or sorry, it should be winter. And when Sun is closer to the Sun, it should be summer, right? जिस दिन दूर है उसमें विंटर होना चाहिए, जिससे पास है तो उसमें समर होना चाहिए. Yes or no? It is a tricky question. Actually, the seasons do not depend upon the distance. Yes, we will take a break. Don't worry. We take a break at 2 p.m. and then we will come back at 3 p.m. So normally we do that only. Yeah, फिर अच्छा चलो. Let's take a break here only. 2 hours थोड़ा लंबा हो जाता है. क्या बोलते हो? कितने लोगों को ब्रेक चाहिए? अभी या 2 बजे ब्रेक लेंगे? 2 बजे लेते हैं. ठीक है, 2 से 3 ब्रेक लेंगे और 3 बजे वापस आएंगे. चल, तो this idea that when Earth is away from the Sun, it will be winter, and when it's closer to the Sun, it will be summer is wrong. ठीक है, first myth broken. अभी क्या कह रहा है कि on 21st June, the rays of the Sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. अब इस मूवमेंट को समझते हैं पहले थोड़ा कि how this movement is happening. Very important. मतलब तुम इस क्लास इसके बाद like after this students become a fan of geography or fan of this class, because many of you have tried reading this, but I know that none of you understand this actually. बहुत जगह तुम लोग बहुत जगह पढ़ भी लिया होगा, फिर भी तुम लोगों को आज कुछ अलग पता चलेगा and you will be shocked and surprised. So how does this movement happen? This is our Earth. It's tilted towards the Sun. Now, on 21st June, this part of Sun, which part? The northern hemisphere. The northern hemisphere of the Earth is tilted more towards Sun. ठीक है? ये जो रीजन है ना ऊपर का, it's closer to the Sun than the southern hemisphere. ठीक है, ये समझ में आ रहा है? So in this region, because more sunlights are falling, sunlight is falling directly in this region. It's sunlight is direct parallel on 23 degree. Sunlight is directly parallel on 23.5 north. So this will be the hottest place on the earth on 21st June. After this, what's happening? After this will start rotating or revolving around the earth. अभी यहाँ पे ये लाइन समझो. Notice that throughout its orbit, the earth is inclined in the same direction. Let's suppose this. This is very important. If you can understand this, you will understand the geography. This is sun. Okay, this is sun. This is earth. This is the position on 21st June. It's tilted towards the sun. What is blank? क्या हो गया सोलंकी? नहीं दिख रहा? मैं दिख रहा हूं ना, मैं दिख रहा हूं. This is sun. This mic is sun. मैं दिख रहा हूं. मैं भी नहीं दिख रहा. Invisible हो गया मैं. Okay. So this is sun. The sun rays are coming, and the earth is tilted towards sun. This is the north pole. This is the south pole. The sun rays are falling more on the northern region. Here the earth is rotating around this axis. Earth क्या है? ऐसे rotate कर रहा है. Let's suppose on 21st June it's rotating around this axis. Now, as it will start moving on 21st June के बाद से ऐसा आगे इस तरीके इस तरफ से मुड़ना शुरू कर रहा है. It starts revolving and it completes a rotation like this, right? This is how the earth is moving around the sun. And it comes and moves, and then again it comes back to 21st June. So here the summer is on. Here in northern region we have summer. Now you may ask, why 23 degrees is the hottest place? Why not poles? Because poles seem to be much closer than the sun. पोल पे तो पूरा ग्लेशियर मेल्ट हो जाना चाहिए. Why pole is not the hottest place? Anyone? सोचो. Ice? No. शरत बताओ.
Sir, because more light is not concentrated there, sir. Less light is concentrated there.
Yes, it's closer, but it's tilted. So
Yes,
because it's a curved surface, the sunlight is coming, but it's not focused. So
Yes,
this will not be the hottest region. Hottest region will be where the curvature is slightly flat. If you measure the distance, it may happen that it will look that it is closest, although it's actually not closest also, because it's a curve again. So ye wala region, if suppose this is the curve, so this region is much closer than this region, right? So is tarike se close curve hai na. So because of the inclination, it is not getting slanting lights, will not produce such kind of heat. Now, what will happen on 23rd September? Where is sunlight falling on 23rd September? Here we are saying कि we will have summer here and winter here. इसको हम summer solstice बोलते हैं. शरद कुछ कहना चाह रहे हो? Now everybody is giving their explanations. Now listen to this very carefully. यही है, this is the core of everything. If you can understand this, you will understand everything. NCERT is saying that the tilt of the earth is always towards sun. मैं पहले क्या करता था कि मैं जैसे ऐसा रोटेट करता था, तो मैं इस तरीके से रोटेट करता था. मैं मान लो कि ये अर्थ है, मैं एक बेटर कुछ और लेके आता हूं तुम लोगों के लिए, इसे अच्छे समझ में. देखो so let's see this. This is your earth, this is your northern hemisphere, this is your southern hemisphere. On 21st it's clear. In September 21st of June, this part is getting the most of the light. Now how I used to think is that when earth will start rotating, when it will come to this side, when it will come to this side of the sun, the southern hemisphere should get the most heat. और नहीं, ये तो उल्टा बता दिया मैंने. ये देखो, ये क्या है? When it will come to summer in the when it will come on 22nd December, completely opposite to this, it will have winter solstice. This I think is clear. When we have started rotating in this way, and then we will come to this direction, and now south pole is more tilted towards or more closer to the sun. So south pole is getting more heat. ठीक है, तो it's summer in the south pole, winter in the north pole. ठीक है. मैं पहले क्या गलती करता था कि मैं इस तरीके से रोटेट करता था कि ऐसे रोटेट कर रहा है, ऐसे रोटेट कर रहा है, और मैं यहां लाके ऐसे ले आता था. तो मुझे लगा कि ये तो नॉर्थ पोल फिर इधर ही आ गया. So it should be north pole, it should always be north pole. If you will start rotating it like this, it will always be the north pole which is facing the sun, and it creates a lot of confusion. I think many of you have thought about this. और जिन्होंने नहीं पढ़ा होगा उनको, उनके लिए बहुत आसान है, but जिन्होंने पढ़ा होगा ये बहुत confusion create करता है. If you will start rotating the sun this way, the north is always facing the sun, and it should always be summer in north. But it's actually not rotating like this. It's rotating like this. The tilt is fixed. Tilt is not changing. And that's why you will have summer and winter. तो ये लाइन अभी समझ में आई तुम लोगों को? इसका मतलब समझ में आ गया? The earth is inclined in always in the same direction. ये बात समझ में आई या नहीं भैया? ये बताओ जल्दी से. Good. Now, what's happening on the day of equinox? Which part is more tilted towards the sun? If I am in September, so in September you see, or if I am in March, let's suppose I am in March. So no part is actually tilted towards Earth, because this line is, this northern hemisphere is tilted towards this, southern hemisphere is tilted toward this, and actually all the parts are getting equal light. Nothing is more tilted or less tilted. It's like this. Even in September, then it's like this. No part is tilted more or less. No part is tilted more or less towards sun. ठीक है, ये बात समझ में आई? What's happening on equinoxes? No part is tilted more or less towards sun. It's actually tilted away from the sun. आया समझ में? सेकंड चीज कि स्प्रिंग्स में और स्प्रिंग्स में क्या हो रहा है? Because all the parts are equally tilted, it will create equinox. तो हमने क्या देखा? In summer solstice, winter in the southern hemisphere, summer in the northern hemisphere. उल्टा हो जाएगा दिसंबर में. तो हमारे यहाँ जब ठंड होगी तो साउदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में, सॉरी हमारे यहाँ जब ठंड होगी तो साउदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में गर्मी होगी. So in Australia or in all the southern countries, people actually celebrate Christmas in summer. क्रिसमस वहां कब होगा? समर में होगा. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में क्रिसमस में बर्फ पड़ रही होगी. So एंड ये तो समझ में आ गया. अब थोड़ा सा और आगे बढ़ते हैं, थोड़ा सा इसको और कॉम्प्लिकेटेड करते हैं. So on the 21st June, the rays of sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. As a result, these area receives more heat, and the area near the pole receive less heat as these rays are slanting. The North Pole is inclined towards the sun, and the places beyond the Arctic Circle experiences continuous light for about 6 months. ये अब समझने वाली बात है कि how the Arctic circles have continuous 6 months of daylight and how the southern hemisphere will have 6 months of winter. ये आके समझते हैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में. ब्रेक ले ले. समझ में आया कुछ? Alok Raj is saying कि why it is tilted. Alok Raj, there is no exact reason कि why it is tilted. Many people suggest that there would have been a meteoric collision. कुछ आया होगा और उसने अर्थ को हिट किया होगा, and because of that the earth has tilted the way it is now. हाँ मनदीप बताओ. अर्शदीप. अर्शदीप. Yesterday's recordings I have already shared. So you join the Telegram group. I have sent the link to join the Telegram groups in the WhatsApp groups. You join the Telegram group and you will get the. अच्छा मैंने अभी रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं शेयर किया है. कुछ लोगों को शेयर किया, कुछ को नहीं शेयर किया. आते हैं बाबू साहब. We will discuss about equinox in detail. Don't worry. We will meet again at 3 PM. Okay. अगर अच्छा लगा वो क्लास तो थोड़ा सा मुझे send me some WhatsApp messages. What are your reviews? It's great to hear because पहले काफी PDF of हाँ you will get all the I will share PDF and all I will share. इस टेलीग्राम ग्रुप कितने लोगों ने ज्वाइन कर लिया यहाँ पे, नए बैच वालों ने? देख लेना, मैंने लिंक शेयर कर लिया है. तो उधर मैं अभी नेक्स्ट क्लास में आके मैं समझा दूंगा कि कैसे कहाँ क्या मिलेगा. चलो बाय.